Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining me today. Today, we're going to be talking about going into a topic that confuses a lot of business owners, and that's the difference between employees and contractors. And knowing that difference, that distinction is critical to running a compliant and profitable business. So let's start with a verse from Proverbs. It says, "Commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established." As we walk through today's topic, remember that thoughtful planning and intentional action honor God and bring clarity to your work. My name is Jacob Curtis. I'm a CPA, a certified profit first professional, and a business coach. And I started Curtis Accounting Solutions to remove the stress of doing the bookkeeping, payroll, and taxes and provide the practical business advice that really helps businesses piece together financial freedom. I'd love to hear your thoughts and questions on today's episode, so please leave a comment below. And remember to like, share, follow, and subscribe. All right, let's dive in. When you misclassify an employee as a contractor or vice versa, you risk some fines, penalties, and possibly even back taxes, more than likely. For example, if you classify a worker as an employee but fail to pay their employment taxes or withhold them, the IRS could demand back taxes plus a 10% penalty. Beyond the financial impact, misclassification damages your reputation with your workers and your customers. And let's not forget that having the wrong classification affects your bottom line. Misclassification could result in underutilizing a tax-deductible payroll expense or overpaying some contractors. So the difference really boils down to control. Employees work under your direction using your tools and resources and are often paid hourly or on salary, while contractors typically work on their own. They provide their own tools and are usually paid by the project. As an example, Sarah is a social media manager. If you set her hours, provide her a computer, and require her to use your software, she's likely an employee. However, if she can decide her own hours, use her own tools and computers, and delivers results on her terms, she's probably a contractor. Let's go through and take a quick quiz to better understand behavioral control, one of those major things that the IRS looks at. So the first question is, does the company control or have the right to control what the worker does and how they do it? For example, a retail employee is told how to greet customers while a contractor designing a website decides how to do their own work. Question number 2 is, are the workers' hours or schedules dictated by the company? For example, a restaurant server works specific shifts while a freelance photographer sets their own schedules. Third question, is the worker trained by the company? For example, a sales associate is trained on company procedures while a contractor providing bookkeeping uses their own methods. And finally, does the company require regular reports? For example, a customer service rep submits daily updates while a graphic designer delivers only the final product. And continuing, we're going to now look at financial control and look at that aspect of the relationship. The first question is, does the company provide tools and equipment? For example, a construction worker is provided safety gear, while a contractor tiling a floor brings their own tools to the job. Next is, does the worker receive expense reimbursements? So as an example, a salesperson is reimbursed for travel, which would be considered an employee, while a consultant includes those expenses in their fee. The next question, is the worker paid a regular salary or an hourly wage? So a developer, an employee earning $30 an hour biweekly, is considered an employee, while a contractor is paid by the project. And, when they hit a milestone in a project or for the whole project at the end. And then finally, that last question, are they restricted from offering services to other? For example, a corporate trainer can't work for competitors, while a freelancer copywriter or even trainer works with multiple clients, multiple companies at the same time. And finally, the last type is to consider that relationship and what type of relationship you actually have. As an example, is there a written employment contract or any kind of written agreement? We call them employment contracts if they are employees. For example, an office manager signs an agreement with benefits, while a landscaper signs a one-time kind of project or a seasonal contract. Are benefits provided? As an example, if a nurse receives health insurance or anybody receives health insurance, they're probably an employee, while somebody like a yoga instructor does not. And so they're probably not an employee. Third question, is the work core to the business? As an example, a cashier whose employee works in the main operations while a contractor designs the website. So it just kind of depends on their functionality in the business. And then lastly, is the relationship ongoing? As an example, a marketing assistant works indefinitely. They come to work 8 to 5, Monday through Friday, and there's no termination there. While a contractor may just run a 3-month campaign, marketing campaign, or run a project, but there's usually a time limit or restraint on their contract. Now, if you mostly answered yes to these questions, then the worker is likely an employee. If most of those questions you answered no to, then the worker is probably an independent contractor. So this is just a guide, not a final answer on anything. So always consult with a legal consultant or a tax professional to really confirm if you have an employee or if you have a contractor. Because again, misclassifications can result in severe financial and legal consequences. So make sure you're consulting either a tax professional like myself or a legal person who knows these answers can help you determine that. If you have any kind of questions, feel free to reach out to me. But also, if we go back to that verse, if we commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established, by really classifying your team correctly and planning intentionally, you're honoring God and the integrity of your business. And so if you do have any questions or need assistance with managing your company's finances, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can scan the QR code here to schedule a call with me to get started. You can also go to jacobcurtis.cpa.com/7-Shopify-mistakes-calendar to get started, or just click the pinned comment below. And remember to follow me, Jacob Curtis CPA, and Curtis Accounting Solutions on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and YouTube. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you soon.